Hello and welcome to UC Today. I'm Senior Editor Tom Wright, and I'm delighted to be joined by Erik from Anywhere 365. How's it going, Erik?
Hi, good. Thank you. Thanks,
Yeah,
Tom.
it's great to have you. I'm going to be talking about teams in the contact center, which is a really interesting topic right now. Lots of businesses are trying to work out how to do it, the best way to do it. So I wanted to start with actually, if you could just talk us through what you're seeing in the market in terms of bringing teams together with the contact center.
Yeah, sure, Tom. But glad to do that. So you can see a couple of options if you want to add contact center to Teams. Obviously, the first option is to not to use a third-party solution and just try it with Teams. Most cases, customers come back to that and see that the requirements can't really be filled in by Teams for contact center or like more advanced call flows. And then you have two options. I guess that's like basic integration. You will get the call out of the Teams, maybe SBC or infrastructure, will be handed off to a separate platform. They will handle the call, routing, etc. And there's the native. And you can imagine I'm a big supporter of native. So we'll get the call. We'll try to reroute the call to the right agent based on the logic there and just offer it back to the Teams client. So it will be one platform for the agent. So that's like none, basic or native.
Yep, and obviously lots of businesses out there have already invested in Microsoft technology. So what kind of role can that play in terms of kind of leveraging what they've already got to connect the two together?
Yeah, so Anyway 365 and the native platforms are using the foundational framework of Teams. So I think that's really helpful because Teams is a part of Office 365. So you don't have to invest extra in that. So if you're adding calling to Teams, we can also add a contact center to your Teams environment. I think it will lower your IT cost because you have one simplified architecture and then also a higher agent adoption because all the users in the company are using Teams already. And it's also is useful if you want to scale out the contact center or like the advanced call flows to other users in the user community. Because you don't have to be like a separate agent with a separate license on a different platform. It's the same platform. So if you want to scale up in summer or in whatever period, you can just use the Teams clients you have to do that. And also that's I think also an advantage is because of that we can also support other scenarios than only contact centers. Could be service desk, rural sales teams, boss admins, reporting. These kind of things you can also do if you're on this in the platform which is integrated with Teams.
Okay, so let's sort of take that and look a little bit more specifically at Anywhere 365. How are you fitting in with Teams and the wider Microsoft portfolio?
So as said in the beginning, we're native connected to Teams. We're using everything what Teams has to offer. We will use the foundational framework, the client for a team to deliver the call and chats to. But it goes beyond that. I think lots of our customers have really adopted that Microsoft ecosystem, and they're using all kinds of other applications from that suite. And I think that's really useful because we use, for instance, reporting. We use Power BI. If you want to create quick tasks for the contact center, you can use Power Apps or use Power Automate to automate stuff. SharePoint for configuration, SQL for storage of some data. So that knowledge is already available with our partners and also with our customers. So it will blend nicely in. They don't have to learn new stuff. They can just leverage what they already know.
And if you think about sort of your customer base, what are the kind of tools that they're really asking for you at the moment? What's high in demand?
Yeah, so there's a lot. So it starts off with I have more advanced call flows than Teams can offer. Can you help me out? That could be like contextual based routing. So we know something of a customer and we want to do something with that. So we'll route that call or chat to the right agent based on maybe what you know of that customer. You can see a high demand of CRM integration, so will pop-ups in the Salesforce or Dynamics or C4C or Bullhorn, whatever, and that will really help the agent for that, and also the customer, of course. But some customers have a specific wish for reporting, and also attendant calls also is a big demand we see with our customers.
Okay, and then if you think about how you sit on top of Microsoft Teams specifically, what kind of benefits can that deliver to a business and help their own customer experience?
Yeah, so they're like looking from two angles. So the agent angle is, of course, you have one application for all communication, not only using Teams for like the hub for work, but also the hub for customer engagement. So they will have one communication tool, one presence, one tool to communicate with the backend voice or with others in the organization. That is really helpful. I think what Any 365 will bring to the table is to enrich that interaction with the customer by providing information about this customer to the agent even before they speak with that agent. So we'll pull out the information from CRM. We will pop up CRM if necessary. We will show interactions of previous calls and details about those previous calls and chats. So that will give the agent a clear view who we'll be talking to, and that will lead to like more effective communications, shorter communication maybe. And you can imagine that what that will do with the customer experience. So if you get the feel that your agent actually knows what they're talking about and they know you and they can help you quicker than you expected, that's really helpful. Also, from a cost perspective, we could I touched upon that contextual based routing. So we could, if we know a customer has a specific product, we could route based accordingly on to experts on that product. Or maybe we have seen in the data that this type of customer or this specific customer has a tendency to be helped sooner, or it may be more happy by a certain kind of agent. We can also route based on that. So that's really helpful for customers. And we also see that some of the voice bots will help customers in self-service. So they don't even need to speak to an agent in that situation.
Okay, I've just got a couple more questions for you, Erik, about sort of the trends in the
Sure.
market. The first one is AI and automation. It's obviously a hot topic at the moment. So, how do you see those two
Yeah.
playing a role in customer experience?
Yeah, I touched upon a couple of them briefly. So you could use data to actually route the call to or chat to whatever you want to route to. So specific agents, specific groups, skills groups, languages, etc. And if you gather more data, you can actually make that more specific for customer groups and maybe make that more efficient. So that's one way to look at it. It's voice bots or chat bots is also a way to maybe quickly answer questions to customers. But there's also like in-call AI, which can help. You could have a bot listening into the conversation and suggest answers to the agent. You could have a transcription of that call and maybe flag if a supervisor needs to join because maybe the tone of voice isn't what you would like it to be. So you can see that more and more. I think lots of organizations are looking to how they can apply AI and automation to their customer engagement. And I think it makes sense that lots of them also have the end user and their experience in mind. Because if you want to apply a bot, you want to know that bot is really going to help your customer and is not a dissatisfier for the customer. So you can still see that people or organizations are experimenting with that, how to bring the best value to their customers. You can see a lot of new services out there. We can leverage services out there from maybe Microsoft cognitive services or other services provided. And I think what Anyway 365 also offers is an open API platform. So if there's a new service out there, then we can just connect it to our platform, and we could use those new services and apply the latest and greatest services in AI to that call flows and chat flows. So we're pretty confident that we can also stay on track with all the new developments, not only now but also in the future.
Okay, great. So there's clearly a lot going on, which leads me into my last question. I wonder if you could, I want to put you on the spot a bit actually. Can you give us any kind of clues or hints about what we can expect to see from Anywhere 365 over, say, the second half of this year?
Yeah, so apart from our partner program, so we're leveraging our partner network and we're expanding on our partners and giving them more tools to help their end customers. I think we have just launched that and we can see a lot of good feedback and results on that. We can see some technical, exciting stuff on our roadmap. Technology-wise, but also feature-wise, we can see the expansion of the possibilities in AI and automation there. And it will, I can't go in lots of details about that, but it will increase agent productivity and the customer experience. I think that's the main drive for us. And I'm really excited to introduce that in the data stage in more detail. But it's for me, it's exciting stuff. I think for our nature and our DNA, we want to be cutting edge technology and bring the best value to our partners and to our customers. I think everything is focused, all development departments and our product managers are focused on getting that out there to our customers.
Okay, well, we'll certainly be keeping an eye out for those news announcements. But in the meantime, Erik, it's been great to have you. Thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thank you.
And thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and a share on social media, and we'll see you next time.